So if you're watching this, you probably heard Dwyane Wade say this last week.
Will you be at the state championship game?
I will not be there.
Well, good luck to them.
And I don't want to do nothing to the coach, so I won't be there.
We have wardrobe changes.
I think you just did do something.
I won't be there, but I'll be rooting for the kids.
The post-game show continues. Message.
Nice. National television.
Yeah, that's not that good of a look. So let's talk about it. Alright, so what is going on YouTube? It's your boy LegendaryEA and we are back here for another video. Of course, man, it's spring break. Well, for me, I got a 2-week long spring break and then I'm going to online classes because, yeah, things aren't looking too good, man. But before anything, yo, shouts out and prayers up for Rudy Gobert, Christian Wood, Donovan Mitchell, and anyone affected by the coronavirus, man. Like, I'm really hoping that they find a way to find some kind of cure. You guys already know I graduate in May. I need to be walking, but that's not why you guys are here. We're going to talk about Zaire Wade, Sierra Canyon, and Dwyane Wade's feelings about the head coach. So as we all know, Zaire Wade did transfer to Sierra Canyon at the beginning of this season from Heritage, and he obviously is a senior this year. And Sierra Canyon this season, they were going to be playing in the state championship after Zhaire Williams hit an insane shot. But instead, of course, their state championship did get canceled, but they were probably going to win it anyways. But this is a team that is known for winning. I mean, just look at some of the players that have went there previously and have even won there. Players like Marvin Bagley III, who was the second overall pick, Cassius Stanley, and a bunch of other top-rated prospects like that. This team is known for winning games, which is probably one of the reasons why Zaire Wade actually wanted to go there. Him going to this school and balling out would have been perfect for him because it would have put him on a national stage with a team that was probably going to be winning a state championship. Now, currently, Zaire Wade does hold a few offers. The two being the most important are from DePaul and Rhode Island, and he's having heavy interest from TCU. But we are here to talk about Dwyane Wade not liking his coach for why Zaire is not playing. Now, I'm not one of those people who are going to come on here and say Zaire's not good or anything like that because I simply don't believe that's true. But in the case for Sierra Canyon, obviously the two biggest names on that Sierra Canyon team are Zaire Wade and Bronny James. But if you look at the rest of this team, it's kind of crazy if you look at it. I mean, other than Bronny and Zaire, they also hold players like Brandon Boston, who's one of the top-rated players in the country, heading over to Kentucky. Zaire's cousin, Devin Morris, who's really, really good. Amari Bailey, who's one of the top sophomores in the nation. I think he's like top 5 or top 10. But regardless, by the time he's a senior, he's probably going to be one of the top 2 or 3 rated players in the entire country. Terian Frank, who is another top player in the country, heading over to TCU. And Zhaire Williams, who was the same person who actually hit that game-winning shot a few days ago. Also one of the top-rated players in the country. He actually missed part of the season. His ranking did go down a little bit, but he's still ranked as the #1 small forward in the entire country. He actually hasn't declared, but he's probably going to North Carolina, Kentucky, or another top school in the nation. But the biggest thing about why Zaire wasn't playing was simply because, I mean, for most of the season, he has been dealing with an ankle injury. And truly, I don't know if his game really fits this team. Now, Zaire Wade, even from whenever I started, first saw him playing basketball, he always showed signs of being an incredible passer. Like a really, really, really good passer. But his jump shot does need some work, which is why they were playing him at point guard this season because, like I said, his passing, his vision is actually insane. And his IQ is actually really solid for somebody his age. But the injury being a part of that in this team, getting on a roll and started just winning consecutive games, probably was one of the biggest reasons why he did fall out of the rotation. And players like Bronny, who was actually his backup at the beginning of this season, started to actually get a bump per game. And once you build up some of that chemistry without your point guard there and you guys are low-key putting up better numbers, I mean, it just really wasn't reasonable for the coach to mess around and just insert him back into the starting lineup. Now, I do understand Dwyane Wade's frustration. Your son transfers there. is the second most known player on this team other than Bronny. You guys put more eyes on this team. Granted, this team has won like multiple state championships, but you guys make ESPN and Bleacher Report broadcast their games and cover the games, and your son's a senior. This is his last shot. So I do understand Dwyane Wade's frustration, but he does have to be realistic. Zaire joined this team because this was already one of the top teams in the country, and he wanted to be a part of that. Well, with that comes a lot of competition, and at that moment, it probably wasn't best for him to start. Now, I don't necessarily agree with him falling completely out of the rotation because it didn't even look like he even played a minute in that game. I do think that that's messed up, but yo, personally, I think that Zaire, currently he's ranked as a 3-star on 24/7 Sports. I think that's actually fair, but I do see him as somebody with tremendous upside. Like I said, man, his vision and his IQ is actually really good for someone his age. He always makes the right pass. I do think that he needs to build up more muscle. In my opinion, he's really athletic, just like his dad obviously is. But like I said, he doesn't need to put on more muscle, work on his shot. He's a lefty, which makes things a little bit more hard for him. And I would even say fix up his handle a little bit. To me, I don't think that Zaire is a bad player at all. I still think that he has tremendous upside. But I do think that there are a lot of weaknesses in his game. So where if he wasn't the son of Dwyane Wade, we wouldn't really be focusing and paying attention as much. But the upside is there. Like, you can see it a few plays each game that he can turn into something really good. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think about Zaire in the comment section below and his whole situation with Dwyane Wade and Sierra Canyon. I mean, I know that he cares about all of his teammates because he made a bunch of posts about them. But obviously, him and D Wade, I'm really messing with the coach. Regardless, man, let me know what you guys think about Zaire Wade, man. I think that he's going to be a solid player, man. I think he definitely has that potential. He just needs to land in the right system. Right now, it looks like DePaul and TCU are probably where he's leaning towards. He's just waiting on TCU to actually officially offer him. But I do think that he has tremendous upside. Like I said before, he's definitely one of those guys who needs to be in college for around 3 to 4 years. He's definitely not a one and done. And even after his sophomore year, I really don't see it. But maybe that junior or senior season, maybe he could make his way onto a few draft boards and then impress. Like I said, I personally think he has tremendous upside, but I really want to hear what you guys think in the comment section below. So make sure you go ahead and like this video and of course subscribe. The whole point of this video was to start a discussion, man, about what I think about Zaire Wade. But truth be told, normally seniors get a lot of playing time over freshmen, but the way that Bronny has been playing, like, Bronny seems like he fits in better. Like, I could legitimately argue that Bronny, well, it's not even really an argument. At this point in 2020, March 16th, Bronny's a better player than Zaire Wade. They're about the same height. Bronny weighs more. I think Bronny has a better shot. Bronny's more explosive. He's a better defender. So him getting minutes over Zaire makes a lot of sense to me personally. But that all comes whenever you join a championship team. I don't think that Zaire is a bad player by any means. And out of all of the 3-star players I see out there, I still think that he has the most upside. But that's just the way it is sometimes. But other than that, if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace, y'all.